Hello, you guys. How are y'all doing tonight? So, I'm coming on here tonight to chat about uh, manifestation. So, manifesting what you want is the title of my video. And so, we're going to talk a little bit about my own personal journey with manifestation and a couple tips that I want to share with you to help you with your manifestation journey, if this is something that is calling to you. So, before we get started, if you guys are watching on I'll invite you to go over to YouTube when this video is done and click the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications every time that I come live so you don't miss a thing. And yeah, so there's lots of self-love videos on there, meditations, yoga practices, all that kind of fun, mystical stuff. So catch me over there if you feel the need. So, manifestation. So, before we get started on a couple tips to help you all with manifesting things that you desire, we'll take a brief, quick look at what manifestation is. So, manifestation could be called manifesting or intention setting. And this is just it's the art of bringing your desires to life. So this kind of sounds magical, doesn't it, right? And it actually is pretty amazing once you kind of tap into what that looks like and how it can work for you, and how amazing life can be when you tap into manifesting or setting intentions or goals or dreams or whatever these things are. And when these things actually start to happen, then you kind of trust in the whole process and know that how amazing these tools are that we have available to us. So, so manifestation is kind of like, it is your power that you possess. Like, it is in your control of how you choose to manifest or set intentions in your life. And something that I found very interesting is that I've talked to quite a few people recently, and they've kind of let me know that they don't dream and they've never thought that they could dream or if it was something they could do. And so they never had dreams or goals or manifestations or intentions or things that they wanted to do with their life or that they wanted to achieve in their life, which is, I find, really heartbreaking. I feel like dreaming and setting goals and intentions and manifesting things in our lives create such a intense purpose. And it's pretty amazing that we have this available to us in our lives. So, before we get started on the tips, I wanted to bring you guys into a little bit of my own personal journey with manifesting and how it has worked for me in my life. Uh, Over the years, I've had other little things happen, but I've had a couple bigger things because I've really been doing a lot more personal development work and finding myself and, doing all that work uh, with myself. So then things are happening because I am doing that work, right? Um, so I'll take you back to about 4 years ago when we first moved to the community we are currently in. When we moved here, I wanted to actually go back to school and open up a yoga preschool. Was my goal in the back of my mind. I didn't know how or when or how it was going to happen, but I knew I was pulled to do something for me, something that I was my own boss, I was in control of. But that didn't happen. So my journey took me on a different path, which I'm super grateful for, and I have learned so many lessons and been blessed with so many wonderful people that I've come into contact with, and I would not change that path at all. However, it's interesting when I manifested those things of I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to have something to do with yoga and kids and run my own thing. And so I actually have 3 days left at my current position at the school, and I will be leaving to pursue my wellness studio full time and my online business. So super exciting, and it's something I've been manifesting for, I feel like, 3 years. It's taken me of like little 3 to 4 years of like little tiny steps of, okay, it's my side gig. Okay, I'm gonna open a little studio. Okay, I'm gonna do that part time. Okay, there's a demand for this. I'm gonna now do it full time. And combining that with my online business, things have really aligned for me. And I feel like that has been a manifestation that I've had. And I've done certain practices very consistently and shown up for these practices. And I think that is how I have manifested my current situation. which I'm super excited for. And then like another little thing that I've manifested, I actually, with my mentor, I was talking the other day, or we were talking in a call, like a group call, and we talked about things of like mindset and manifestations and stuff like that. And so setting a little manifestation, like let's say I'm gonna journal. I see angel numbers all the time, and that reaffirms that I am on the right path. So I liked to set myself little goals like that to kind of let me know that yes, you're on the right path. Go this way, or yes, keep doing what you're doing. Keep showing up. Things are falling into place. And so I would set those intentions and be consistent with them in my personal practices. And then I all of a sudden I still do, like I see numbers all the time everywhere. I would say in the day I average on average see minimum 5 triple quadruple numbers every day. They're often the same numbers, sometimes they're different, but they all are those angel numbers. And it's super, every time I get them, I'm just so excited. And for a while there, I know I was screenshotting on my phone every time it would happen. I haven't done that anymore because I'm like, okay, yes, I hear you. I see it. It's happening. so, um, so those are a couple of things in my own experiences that I have worked towards and manifested, and they are coming into fruition. And I'm super, super overly excited that these things have happened. However, I wanted to share with you guys tonight a couple of my own kind of 5 tips that I've compiled, that if you're wanting to manifest things and you're just not sure on what to do, how to get there, that you're feeling like you want to manifest things in your life, you have dreams and goals you're trying to achieve, but you just don't know what to do. So these 5 tips should help you get started and help in your manifesting journey. And yeah, so I hope it helps. So the first thing I would suggest is starting small. So starting with a small goal to manifest, and practice these 5 tips that I'm going to be telling you, practicing them daily. And so that's a big thing with manifesting. It's consistency, it's patience. I was posted something in my group today, and yes, the person who had commented was like, this takes patience. I need to be more patient. You're right. Like when I think back on 4 years ago, where yes, I was doing these little manifestations of, hey, wouldn't this be cool if I did this? It manifested into something different than I originally thought, but it manifested into a lot of the things that I was looking for. So my first tip for you guys when you're manifesting is to practice gratitude every day. And you could do a couple different ways to do this, but my best advice is to write things down. So writing down gratitudes every day, every morning preferably. If you can, morning and evening, that's awesome. If you can, and so there's a couple different ways you can do it. If you can't bring yourself to writing things down and you're more of a person that just is on your phone and that's all you can do, you can do that in those times of not being able to access that time to sit down and write things down. There's like apps that you can download that you can send yourself affirmations through the day. You could set alarms on your phone and set yourself alarms that when you open them, there's your gratitudes, stuff like that. But practicing your gratitude every day, writing down things, or coming up with a way to be reminded of things that you're grateful every single day. And there's so much to be grateful for, you guys. It could be anything from things about your body that you're grateful for, things about your life that you're grateful for, things about your family, your location you're in, your path that you've chosen, your vision for the future. Like there's so many things we can be grateful for. So just really tuning into that, which is allowing you, when you show that gratitude for things in your current life or situation, then you're also bringing yourself into the present moment, which is super important in manifesting, that you are present and have that awareness of being in the moment. Oh, I have FaceTime coming up. So yeah, my next tip is replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. This one is another huge thing, is when things get thrown at you in your life and you can think of that this is a negative thought. This is something that's bad's happened to me, or this person thinks negatively of me, or everything bad happens to me, or that kind of thing. If we consistently have those negative thoughts and we sit with them and don't kind of redirect them, then we're going to sit in that muck. We're going to stay down in the muck. And the thing about this is when you can turn things around into having positive thoughts about situations, then you can bring some that positive vibe or positive place of thought to be like, you know what, this did bad, this thing happened that wasn't so good, but I'm going to look at the lessons we can learn from this, the mistakes that I have made or someone else has made, and how we can move forward positively, right? And this talks about lots about, like, this relates to growth mindset and mindset work as well. This all ties in very closely, but just kind of as much as you can in your life, trying to redirect negative thoughts into positive ones. So even if you have negative body image, it's important to kind of redirect those thoughts that we talk about too, on being more grateful for your body and accepting your body in all the stages throughout life. So that's another good tip. And then tip number 3 is to step outside of comfort zones. So comfort zones are huge. That is how we stay in a fear-based mentality. And so when we get ourselves away from that fear and transform our fear into courage, that's going to allow us to step outside of those comfort zones. And so comfort zones is typically where we grow, where we expand ourselves, where we learn lessons, where life happens, to be honest. Like, so if you're stuck in, I can't do this because it's me, I can't do this. Like, even when I started this journey, of even the thought of going live in front of whoever decided to pop on and watch was scary for me. But I've stepped out of comfort zones, and I've helped people with their own self-love journeys and their yoga journeys and all this kind of stuff. And so by me stepping out of that comfort zone, I am now helping other people too, which is amazing. So just pushing yourself to step outside of comfort zones every once in a while. And then another tip for you guys is doing some meditation, which, yes, I know not everyone is a meditator, but hear me out. When I'm talking meditation in regards to manifestation, I want you guys to picture meditating, but meditating on that vision that you have. So meditating on, okay, I want this to happen in my life. This is what it's going to feel like when I get there. This is what it's going to sound like. This is what it's going to look like. And describing those things just in a meditative state of focusing on your breath and focusing on those things that you would see and feel and hear when you're at that goal of that manifestation or intention, right? And so just focusing on how you want your life to be and just envisioning that in a form of meditation. So, and then the important thing about that too is meditating as if it's already happened too. So when you're thinking about your goal or your dream or your manifestation, when you're thinking about it, thinking as if it's already happened. And so that also helps to just kind of lock in that consistent showing up to that manifestation of this is going to happen. And then tip number 5 for you guys is to avoid naysayers. So people that drag you down, people that aren't lifting you up and helping you rise, helping you become your best version of yourself. If you have people in your life that you feel that are dragging you down, that you feel that aren't genuine, who aren't authentic to your journey and are not helping you to grow, then maybe those people aren't for you right now in your journey. Not to say they didn't benefit you in a part of your life, but maybe this is a part of your life where they don't fit in. Because if they're not a person that's going to lift you up and help you grow and be your biggest cheerleader, then they're maybe not your people. So just being mindful of your circle of people who you have in your life. They say that you're kind of, the person that you are is kind of a average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. So just think about that too when you're going through manifesting and trying to push through growth and personal development and stuff like that. So those are kind of my 5 tips for you guys. That was a lot to digest, I know. And this topic really inspires me, and I've had lots of my own personal experience with these things actually working. And just know that it takes time, it takes consistency, it takes patience, and also be ready for things to not be exactly how you want them to be, but in some short shape or form of what you're manifesting, and that there's big things ahead for you, friends, and I'm so excited. So if you're wanting some more tips on manifesting, I would encourage you to join my free community called Imperfectly Perfect You. We are a group of women empowering each other to find self-love at any size and loving our imperfectly perfect selves. So if that is a community you feel like you would like to be a part of, the link to that group is in the description of this video. And one more thing before we head out, I am currently taking names for my self-love group coaching program that's going to be launching this fall. I have 5 spots left in the program, so if that's something that's pulled towards your heart, we do a lot of work around mindset, confidence, self-love, self-care, and this is through a lot of holistic approaches like yoga, meditation, journaling, aromatherapy, crystals, all these mystical things, right? So that's going to be a 7-week program, and if that's something that interests you, it'll be like a live group coaching program online. And so if that's something that interests you, message me the word self-love or comment below this video with self-love, and I'll be sure to add you to the waiting list for the program. So that is that. And then one more thing before we head out. If you're looking to learn more about what I do and how I'm helping women to find self-love and find their magic, I have 3 different programs available to help you along your journey. One is a Find Your Magic, a journey to self-love through journaling. Second course is Find Your Magic, Harness the Power of Crystals. And the third course is Find Your Magic, Yoga and Mindful Eating. So these programs all take you from a place of possibly self-hate to self-love through different mystic, holistic approaches, and just supporting you and guiding you on your journey of personal development and holistic health. So if any of those programs kind of stand out to you, feel free to visit my website, which is listed in the description of this video, to learn more. So you guys, I'm going to pop out of here. I hope you guys have the best night. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and we will